Jebuth. Ugh. The golden rule. I think it's a fantastic idea, but there's so many meanies in the world. You can't tell me that they're just constantly getting what they put out. And if they are, it makes so much sense. It's this negative cyclical cycle. So, treat people how you want to be treated, and then good stuff happens. I don't know if it's a law of karma or what, but I think it makes more sense. Alright, watched a bunch of movies. And the best one that I did see was an oldie but goodie that I had never heard of. I watched it on a whim because I bought it randomly and was like, oh, I'll just watch this. It looks cool. And then it was really, really good. It's called Kind Hearts and Coronets, directed by Robert Hamer. It came out in 1949. It's black and white. Kind Hearts and Coronets was voted number 6 on the BFI's list of the greatest British films of all time. And I would say that they're right on with that. It stars Sir Alec Guinness. No, it doesn't star him. He's in it, and he's interesting because Alec Guinness plays, I want to say, like 6 different people in this movie. And I didn't even know till it was over. That's how well he played him. So he's playing... Anyway, the synopsis is there's this dude who is from this rich family. His mother leaves the rich family to run away with his dad, who's this, I guess, Italian guy, and they're rich in England or whatever. And he's supposed to inherit the rightful heir of the Duke of Chalfont. And essentially his mom dies, and her only dying wish is to be buried in the family vault, and they refuse. And then this fool goes like serial killer on it, and he kills everybody till he becomes the Duke, all his heirs. And it's interesting because, I mean, it's just done in a way in 1949, right? Like, one lady's in a hot air balloon, he shoots it with a bow and arrow, poisons somebody, accidentally shoots somebody while hunting. And then the whole time he's philandering with this married lady, and then her husband essentially commits suicide, and she steals the note, and then he becomes the Duke, and then he's indicted on murder for the one dude he didn't kill. So, all that fun, twisting, turning stuff is pretty awesome. Meaning, peep it out. It's starring Dennis Price, who, he's in a bunch of stuff, but he kills it in that. I think that's the greatest thing he's ever done. And then, I mean, the movies are endless here. Okay, so we saw the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem in theaters. And it's a new generation of heroes. It's pretty fun. I mean, Ice Cube's a voice. Jackie Chan's Splinter's voice. It's fun. Actually, it's beautiful. The artwork for animation was gorgeous. It's got 3.8 stars on here on Letterboxd. But I did like it. I mean, I've always been kind of I've always been a Ninja Turtle fan, so I'm down. But yeah, it's funny. So essentially, Post Malone plays Ray Filet's voice. John Cena's Rocksteady. Seth Rogen is Bebop. And it's just fun. I'm trying to look if there's any other names here that I noticed. Oh, David Faustino is Normal Nate's voice. David Faustino is Bud from Married with Children. Interesting. Oh, Kevin Eastman plays the Good Human voice, which is funny because I believe he is one of the creators of it. And it's directed by Jeff Rowe, who, I don't even know what Jeff did. Let's see what he's done here in the past. This is pretty much the only thing. Oh, he acted in Mitchell and the Time Machine and Gravity Falls and stuff. But anyway, so that's his first coming out. And it's fun. If you're a Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, peep it out. You won't be disappointed. The artwork is amazing. It's like way better than anything like Disney or anybody else is doing. And then I peeped out, also in theaters, Talk to Me, directed by Michael Filippo and Danny Filippo. It's an it's actually an Australian horror film. And it's got a great premise. These kids inherit or somehow get this statue that's been cursed by demons, and then when they shake the statue's hand and say, talk to me. They can see dead people, but it's like a crazy acid trip or whatever. But really cool premise, super fun. It's got 3.7 out of 5 stars here. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. Yeah, and so that's pretty much it. Bunch of people in it I never heard of. Sophie Wilde is, I believe, the main girl. Joe Bird. Alexandra Jensen. Yeah, so it's a bunch of people I never heard of, but really well done, kind of fun. It's one of the better horror films this year. And a great premise. So if that's what you're into, peep that out. And then I saw, because I had the DVD here, which I never saw before, but I don't know, I just remember it from I want to say it came out in 91. So Living Large, which is like a comedy about this dude who really wants to be a TV news anchorman, and it's just hilarious. Urban comedy about the price of success, skewers well-earned targets with unpretentious charm and vigor. His entire life, Atlanta native Dexter Jackson, who is TC, or Terrence Carson, which is a face very familiar from the 90s, but he kind of just disappeared, has dreamt of one thing, breaking into the world of TV news, and he just goes large and sees all the repercussions of being working for the beast. But oldie but goodie from 91, pretty funny. If you haven't seen it, peep it out. It's interesting when you see stuff that old. And then with Halloween being so soon, not even soon, I've been trying to catch up on horror films because you know what, I don't really like horror films, so I have to kind of watch them just to understand what's going on. But I saw from 2012 The Apparition. Once you believe, you die. Squirm, squeal, and scream-inducing scares. This is it's directed by Todd Lincoln, he did VHS Viral and something called Vortex. Gorgeous Vortex. No, that's a short. So anyway, he hasn't done too much, and I think this ruined his career. But I don't know, dude. It was kind of weak. Yeah, it's 1.7 out of 5 stars on the rankings. Plagued by frightening occurrences in their home, Kelly and Ben learn that a university's parapsychology experiment produced an entity that is now haunting them. The malevolent spirit feeds on fear and torments the couple no matter where they run. Desperate, Kelly and Ben turn to a paranormal researcher, but even with his aid, it may already be too late. So, the best thing about it is it's filmed in urban freaking Palmdale and a track home thing that's just being built, and it's they got in there right before people were living in there, and they're cruising through Palmdale and stuff, which is kind of funny to me. But it's rated PG-13. It's kind of weak, dude. Who else is in it? Ashley Greene, I don't know, Sebastian Stan, Tom Felton, Juliana Gill. So obviously there's nobody I've ever heard of. Yeah, so I say that. Then Ashley Greene's been in 39 movies. The most popular looking to be Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. But I don't know, dude. It didn't do it for me. But I guess it didn't do it for a lot of people because it's got a horrible rating. And then I saw... Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Blood on Her Name, which is a Blu-ray I had from Yellow Veil Pictures. I got it through Vinegar Syndrome, and this was a good one. It came out in 2019, 3 stars. A woman's panicked decision to cover up an accidental killing spins out of control when her conscience demands she return the dead man's body to his family. Oh yeah, this was really good. I forgot about this one. Basically, she accidentally kills somebody, or the twist and turns. She's covering up a killing that you think she did till the end, and then fun. But what genre is this? I don't know if that's horror. Yeah, crime thriller. Yeah, that's exactly it. So super fun indie. Highly recommended. Blood on Her Name from 2019. That is starring Bethany Ann Lind, who's in Flight, Mean Girls 2, Glass Darkly, The Wheel, Doctor Sleep, which I didn't see. And so she's been in a bunch of stuff. And Will Patton is in it. He's in American Honey, which I love. After Hours, Halloween Kills. Yeah, so he's made the gambit over here. He looks like a familiar face. And directed by Matthew Pope, who has done nothing. This is the only movie. So that's his first movie. It's fantastic for being a first one. Super fun thriller. whodunit, murder cover up, I don't know, all that good stuff that we love. So that gives my thumbs up approval. I would definitely peep that out. And then I finally watched, I've owned it since it came out on Blu-ray, Ty West's X, starring Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Martin Henderson, Brittany Snow, and Scott Mescudi. And it is just fun. Yeah, it's got 3.4 stars out of 5. Dying to show you a good time. In 1979, a group of young filmmakers stood out to make an adult film in rural Texas, but when their reclusive elderly hosts catch them in the act, the cast finds themselves fighting for their lives, and it is fun. It's gorgeous cinematography. Kind of brings you back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe, and mixed with new school beautifulness and fun and running and gunning, and it's good. I don't know. I really liked it, and Ty West is the man. So I hear. Actually, this kind of coincides with Pearl 2, which is out. I don't know. Oh, Maxine is the girl, and that's coming out soon. So yeah, they're on the good things. They got a whole little universe going on there. And then I peeped out, which I never saw. I don't even think I heard of. The Fear. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, and it came out in 1995, directed by Vincent Robert. And this, the greatest thing about this, yeah, see, it's got 2.3 stars. It's kind of a fun story of this wooden mannequin haunts these people in a Big Bear cabin, which is kind of funny because it's, I've been Big Bear a million times. A weekend of fear therapy turns into a nightmare of terror when a mannequin comes to life. Only those with the courage to confront their demons will survive. And the greatest thing about it is the freaking soundtrack, dude, because it's got Esham, Gravediggers, and it's so 90s, dude. It's killing it. But Antonio Todd is in it, which I wonder if he is Tony Todd's relative. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Wes Craven's in it, too, which is funny. He plays the psychiatrist. And starring Eddie Bowes, which I don't know anything he's been in. But it's good. I don't know. If you're into that kind of stuff, I definitely peep it out. It's not the worst, definitely not the greatest. And I saw from director Alfonso Cuarón, Gravity, starring Sandra Bullock, a masterpiece, is what the Claudio Puig said at USA Today. And that's got 3.5 out of 5 stars, the best movie of the year. And it is good, dude. It's really good. Super high budget, really well written, kind of almost directed as if it's just one scene. Astronauts get lost in space and have to come back and triumph, and I don't know, really fun. The sound on it just makes you feel that you're taking over the world and you feel like you're in space, which is always fantastic. And I know you guys have probably all seen it, so whatever. But Alfonso Cuarón also, he's done a million different things, but he did the new Roma, he did Y Tu Mama Tambien, Paris, Ya Te Amo, Little Princess, Great Expectations. What else did he do? For some reason, I thought he had done Prisoners, but no, it's a different dude. But yeah, so he's fantastic, and we don't need that music going on right now. But yeah, definitely Alfonso Cuarón is the man. Him and his brother wrote and directed. Well, he directed it. His brother wrote it. It's great. And I did see Ma, starring Octavia Spencer. Another, I guess, horror film. It was fun. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was whatever. And then I watched that, which I hadn't seen in forever. Or I totally kind of forgot the whole movies. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. The OG ones, the Two Outrageous Adventures on One Awesome Blu-ray. And that was a good time. I haven't seen it forever, starring Keanu Reeves, and I believe Alex Winters is the dude's name. And Bill and Ted, excellent. And that's fun. George Carlin's in it, and I don't know. Just that feel-good, old-school movie stuff is always fantastic. And then what else? Oh, I saw Meg 2, which is interesting because I didn't see Meg 1. It's directed by Ben Wheatley, and it's super fun. I don't know. I liked it. Not it's kind of like Jaws on steroids, but pretty good. And then I peeped off of Netflix. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore by Macon Blair. This was awesome, dude. This is 3.4 out of 5 stars. Elijah Wood, Melanie Linsky, A bunch of other people. I don't know anybody's name here. Myron Atwick. I'm saying that like I know who that person is, but I do not. But this is a fun film. Crime, comedy, drama, thriller, and it's basically somebody breaks into her house and they try to get vengeance and they get put in their place. But I did like it, and I saw also okay, so first I saw the new Dracula movie, the Last Voyage of the Demeter, The Legend of Dracula is Born, which is basically based on like the first chapter logbook of the original Dracula stories, which I haven't read, so I'm not sure. That's just kind of what I heard. Directed by Andre Overdahl, and it's pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a huge Dracula fan. I don't know the whole ins and outs of it. Corey Hawkins is in it. He stars in it. He's the dude who played Dr. Dre from Straight Outta Compton. And it takes place on a boat, and at night, Dracula is on board, and he comes, it's fun. I love the premise that it kind of spun off another story within a story. I love, like, I don't know. I'm always intrigued by the stuff with Dracula, like, oh, you gotta let him in, and he drinks blood. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. So, I don't know, I liked it. It's got a low rating here, 2.8. I'd say it's better than that, but maybe it's just diehard Dracula fans, and I don't know any better. But I did like it. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I saw on a whim The House Where Evil Dwells from 1982, directed by Kevin Connor. It's a ghost haunted house movie with an ancient curse that's turned their lives into a nightmare of lust and revenge, taking place in Kyoto, Japan. And it's an American family working out there, a writer, and there's some samurais that had a love affair that are now haunting the house, and a murder-suicide thing. Interesting idea, fun, 1982. It's only got 2.8 stars, but I definitely think it's better than that. I did also see, look at all these movies, dude. I saw Blue Beetle, which directed by Angel Manuel Soto, just came out a couple days ago. It's a superhero, gets a beetle in his neck, and I don't know where it came from. Like, they're acting like it's been around forever, and it has not. But I don't know, I liked it. It was cool. It was fun. It was super fun. But it's weird because I don't know where it just came out of nowhere, really. It just came out of nowhere. Yeah, because it's like they're presenting it like what it's been, and it's been around and everything, but I don't know. I didn't see it. And then, or I never heard of it. It just came out of nowhere. They're presenting it like it's been there forever. And then I also saw Strays, which in theater just came out as well, and it was funny. It's super funny, raunchy. Jamie Foxx, Will Ferrell stars these stray dogs. Good times. And I also did see Family Portraits, a trilogy of America, which is a Blu-ray from Severin Films. This is actually 3 short films from film festivals done different years, all put into a montage as one film about like dysfunctional family, directed by Douglas Buck. The first one is so gory and disgusting, and then from 2003, but I think the first one was in 98. So it's fun, super indie horror, super gory first one. I mean, like the dude cuts her lips off and type stuff, which I never like, but it's cool to watch. Also, I'm reading this David Icke book. I've been reading it for a while. Not done. When I'm done, I'll give you a little book report on it. That being said, that's a ton of movies. Try your hardest, do your best, stay amazing, read more books, podcast.